Welcome everyone to Merkaba Energy Healing. So today we are back with another pick a card reading, and we're asking Spirit, what do you need to know today? We have 3 different tarot decks with 3 crystals. With tarot deck number 1, we have the Golden Healer Quartz Crystal. With tarot deck number 2, we have the calcite. This is like a yellow and brown calcite. And with tarot deck number 3, we have this slab of moss agate. So when you are ready, please go to the description box below to find the timestamp for your reading, and I will see you over there. Welcome, group number 1. Today we are asking our highest and best spirit guides to share what you need to know today. You chose the Golden Healer Quartz and the Mermaid Tarot. So let's see what the guides have to say. Calling on my highest and best spirit guides, guided only by the One. Messages that will serve the greatest good of the collective of group number 1. What do they need to know today? I just heard a change is afoot. This looks like a sharp turn. They're making me feel anxiety. Like this is going to be something that happens in your life that you don't see coming, that is going to feel like an upheaval. But, and this is huge, the but is huge. They're saying that this is intended to create a better life for you. To finally heal something that was broken for a long time. So there might be a sudden sharp rise in anxiety, a sharp feeling of the ground is falling out beneath me, but it will be very quickly followed by relief. So this could be a sudden change in job, your home life, some kind of redirection of your path in general. We'll see maybe in the tarot if this comes up, but the Golden Healer Quartz is highlighted here because this is a massive opportunity for healing some kind of very long-standing issue. They're showing me Chiron. So I would look at your Chiron natal. So if it's your Chiron's in your 10th house, you might have had changes in your career, or your reputation. Something has been interfering with those spheres of your life, your public life in some pronounced way, and you seem to be feeling this constant state of challenge around those areas. That would be the Chiron, that would be something like Chiron in the 10th house. Okay. Chiron in the 7th house might be struggles with committed relationships, partnerships, contracts that go left, untrustworthy people, I'm hearing. Okay, so wherever your Chiron is in your natal chart, that might be activated right now. You might have, you're transiting Chiron conjunct your natal Chiron right now, and that area might be highlighted as the area that's being healed right now, okay? So this is a good thing, but I almost feel as though they're sharing this with this group because they want you to know that you're not just going to get by, you're not going to get through this. You're going to be given an opportunity to actually thrive once this is over. And it's not going to be a long stretch of time. They're giving me a 2 to 3 month period. So if this hasn't already happened, it is about to happen. But I have the sense that most of you, this has already happened. And you might feel very tight in the chest, a lot of constriction, okay? So let's see. I'm going to get an energy check first. I'm going to ask, beyond the channeling, what is actually going on for you guys right now? What is the energy that you're in right now? Or let's say like just about to be in. but it should be something that you're familiar with. Okay. So my highest and best spirit guides, please show us the messages. They're telling me to slow down because my heart just started to speed up. Show us what group number 1, what energy are they in right now that we are addressing, please? Okay. What is the energy check for group number 1? What do they need to know? What do I need to know? Thank you, about them right now. Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles. And what about the Queen of Pentacles? The Three of Cups. Okay, my guides, walk me through these 2 cards in terms of their current energy check. Okay, so my sense is that there's likely going to be some kind of shift or change in your career. And it's either going to involve other people, or there's this sense of allow yourself to be helped at this time. Yeah, I'm getting a thumbs up. So because they showed me the Queen of Pentacles, you might have been working on your own for a long time. You might have not been making as much money as you would have liked to have made. And now they're saying that what you're required to do is to allow other people to help you. Okay? So this is likely going, I wonder if your Chiron is in the 11th house. I know it could also be in the 3rd. I almost have this sense that you guys might have been doing things on your own for a long time in a lot of different ways, not just work. And that there's something that needs to be healed around allowing other people to help you. You might have been the one who always helps other people, who's carried the brunt of the weight for your family, for your friends, even in your work atmosphere. You might have taken on work duties that weren't even yours because you knew that you could do it better than other people. Maybe people that you were even delegating to. Because this is the Three of Cups and not the Three of Pentacles, it does make me feel as though there is an opportunity to heal this lopsided energy, this misbalanced, this unbalanced rather energy around having to do things all on your own. There's an opportunity to heal that with potential friends, people, or opportunities that come in to help you now in whatever this redirection is. It feels like it's career with the Pentacles here, and that's what they channeled, okay? So let's see what else they want to tell you about this situation. What else do you want my group number 1s to know today? What else do you want them to know? Show me clearly, please. What else do you want them to know today? Queen of Wands. Interesting, we have another queen. It's like a shift in the divine feminine energy. Okay? So sometimes we say, you're moving more into your divine feminine, or you're moving more into your divine masculine. This feels as though there's a refinement within the divine feminine. So you've been very solid, very, it feels like you've been in a space of stability being on your own. But it might have created some kind of loneliness, or it could have caused you to feel a lack of nourishment, a lack of inspiration. Because the Queen of Wands is showing up now, it feels as though another dimension of your personality is being called to the forefront now. With whatever it is that you're doing, whatever is on the forefront of your mind, I'm hearing. So it's almost as though another element of your divine femininity, whether you're masculine, feminine, or otherwise, is being called up now. And it feels like the depths, a deeper part of you is being called up, if that makes sense. What I find interesting is that this Queen of Pentacles has her head has her hands above her head, as though she's using more of her rational mind with the pentacles. Or let's say, like metacognition, a higher state of mind. It feels more like air, even though it's the pentacles, okay? This woman is pulling from the waters, which is emotion and the lower chakras. So your solar plexus chakra, your sacral chakra, your root chakra. It's like, who am I and where am I pulling my energy from in this life? It's not so cerebral. It's more your passions. It's more what you're driven to do by your interests, by your curiosities. It feels like it's pulling from a deeper well within you. Again, a refinement of the divine feminine. But again, we're looking at yielding to something, yielding to more of your soul's desires, and possibly here with the Three of Cups, yielding to more receiving. Let me get some more information on the Queen of Wands here. Let me get some more information on the Queen of Wands here, please. What do you want them to know about the Queen of Wands today? What do you want them to know about the Queen of Wands? Okay. The Chariot. So as they said at the beginning, in the beginning channeling, there is some kind of movement from your current path into something new. And this path, this direction that you're about to take is going to feel far more fulfilling than your previous one. Can we get one more card with the story here, please? This might require a physical move to a new home, a new location, or a physical move to a different job, a different career. But the energy behind it is movement. And with the wands here, there's another kind of movement, but happening more within you. Whereas the Chariot is more movement on your path, okay? And I think it's interesting that in this Chariot, there are two individuals. Normally, there's just one person riding the horse, or there are two horses with one person. This is two people with one horse. It feels as though there's going to be this new path, I just got a yes on that is going to involve another person or more people. That's the recurring message that you guys are getting. Can I get one more message for this part of the reading, please? Can we get one more very clear card? What else do they need to know about this new path? Show me a clear card, please. Thank you. Oh, okay. Should we take all three of them? No. I'm going to note the Ace of Wands because I do think that you have some kind of new beginning in something that you're going to feel very inspired by. What else do they need to know about this story? Show us, okay? No. Temperance. Okay. That's what they said at the beginning. They said that there was some kind of I keep using the word the beginning, whatever it's called, unbalanced energy. And I saw the temperance in my mind's eye, but I didn't say it. Okay. This new path that is initially going to feel a little bit explosive is going to lead you to some kind of harmony that is almost required of your field right now, because it feels as though your nervous system is so burnt out, or will feel so burnt out by this Tower moment. Hangman on the bottom of the deck here. Yeah, it feels as though there is something moving in the direction of harmony that's pushing you in the direction of harmony. You know what? I'm going to ask, show me about the change itself. Show me about the energy of the change itself of their path. I missed that card. Okay. Ooh, King of Wands. And what else? Again, it's something that is calling for creativity. They're showing me the Queen of Pentacles as a singular line. You're receiving information from a singular line. But with the Queen and the King of Wands here, it feels as though you're pouring from multiple parts of you, different aspects of your divine feminine, different aspects of your divine masculine with the wands here, because the wands are dynamic and they represent your energy. So where your energy is coming from, the energy behind your sense of inspiration and your drive is going to be far more dynamic than it's ever been. Show me a little bit more about this shift for them. Show me a little bit more about this shift for them. Okay. Interesting. We have the Six of Wands. Yeah, this is really going to put you in a position, I'm hearing, of notoriety. Listen, what I feel is most, and we have Eight of Swords on the bottom of the deck. What I think is most prominent for this group is that you guys, I feel as though you guys have known for a long time that something isn't sitting right with you, with the Eight of Swords here. Something has been out of balance, out of alignment with the Temperance card here for a long period of time. And I feel as though you've been towing that line between stability and it's not instability as so much as it's needing to let go of the reins. Okay. It might feel like being out of control, but it feels as though you've had to loosen the reins for a long time and you've been trying to, it looks like walking a tightrope to me. And I feel as though you have been called to either work with others or allow other people to help you in redirecting your path. And in this redirection, you may feel as though you're losing control. It might feel as though the ground is falling out beneath you. In other words, with this Eight of Swords, I don't feel like you've been imprisoned. I don't even feel like you've been blinded. I do feel, though, that you've been choosing something that's been keeping you erect. Before this card was shown, they said that with the Queen of Pentacles, the energy was moving like this, like a pillar. I think they used that word. And here we have that imagery in the Eight of Swords, being the arc of the energy of this reading that you've been in. Okay? And this has felt stable to you. Interestingly enough. But what they want you to know is that you're being called to a new path, and you probably have known this for some time, but you've struggled to let go of this pillar. You're afraid you're going to fall if you don't have this pillar behind you. But on some level, in the recesses of your mind, I think you do know that this has been keeping you stuck, the path that you've been on. And what you're being called into is a path that is far more dynamic. Look at this horse up on her back legs. Okay. There's this energy of, I want to take off. And while these two people are holding onto the horse, they're not trying to tame it. They're swimming along with it in a sense. There's a guidance here to swim with the tide and not against it anymore, because that's what's going to create balance for you. And even this woman in the water balancing these seashells, there's this energy of fire again. We've got a lot of fire on the table, starting with pentacles and moving into fire. Those are not energies that play well together, because fire will always burn earth. Okay? Now, the energy to be aware of is that this is going to throw you into the spotlight in some kind of way. So if you follow this path that I'm hearing is of least resistance, it's going to feel as though you're letting the reins go and you're losing control and you're falling off your pillar. Oh no. But in the end, what's going to emerge is this dynamic sense of freedom that I don't think you felt in a very long time. And it's going to put you in the spotlight. And you're going to feel very, very empowered in this way. What's going to feel like a relief is letting go of the reins. And your reward is you're going to get some kind of recognition for it. and you're going to feel empowered within yourself. So again, there's that energy of feminine and masculine, internal and external. You're going to feel empowered from within, and you're going to get appropriate recognition of that by the external environment. You guys might really have Chiron in your 10th or 11th house, because a lot of this involves the energy of the crowd, of the people around you, and no longer doing everything on your own and on a tightrope. Okay? Let's get a couple of oracles for you guys. What else do you want to tell my group number ones? What else do they need to know? Please and thank you. Show me a card clearly, please. What else do they need to know? Nothing showing. What else do they need to know? Okay. And we have iridescence. Let your true colors sparkle, glimmer, and glow for all to see. That's the Six of Wands. That's all the wands, okay? Let your true colors sparkle, glimmer, and glow for all to see. I really feel that for some time, this pillar that's been keeping you stable has been reducing your glow, has been dimming your light for a long time. And it feels as though now you're being pushed onto a path that is requiring you to be seen by the world, requiring you to be, to have the spotlight on you. And in that spotlight being on you, your light is going to show. And you have to trust that. There's a big element of trust here for you guys. I want to get one more oracle card. That's beautiful. That just showed up for you guys. One more. Yeah. And let's see what else the guys want to tell you. Powerful warrior. We literally have two cards that represent the main energies. Do not feel small. Oh my God, you guys, they just said that previously your light was shrunken, was dimmed. They just said that. Do not feel small. You're stronger, braver, and more valued. Again, Six of Wands. Then you know it's time to tap into your true source of power. Powerful warrior. This is literally the last two cards here, you guys. So listen, you can't play small anymore. You cannot dim your light. Okay? This is a time to heal that part of you that says you need to do everything on your own, that stability is the name of the game and nothing else. And controlling the reins, the reins and doing everything, having hyper responsibility on yourself. This is time to let go of the reins. Let your curiosity lead the way. What makes you feel awestruck? What is in the recesses of your solar plexus chakra, the part of you that is both empowered and inspired by who you are and what you have to offer the world? Once you listen to that, you're going to start moving. There's going to be a momentum that is going to start to occur. And you're going to start to feel this relief and this balance that I feel like you've been aching for a long time. Shortly thereafter, you're going to move into some kind of powerful, empowered state, doing what you love and having what you love bring you notoriety, bring you money, bring you fame and fortune in the way that is aligned to you, right? Fame is not for everyone, but in a way that is aligned to you. What I mean by that is the right people are going to find you. And they're going to hold you up high, and they're going to see your light, and they're going to see it in a way that you want to be seen. So you're not going to feel shy, and you're not going to feel like you have to make yourself small. This is a time to shine. This is what your guides are telling you. Okay, my loved ones, I'm going to close out there. If this reading resonated, please comment down below, like and subscribe if you haven't. Thank you so much for being here. And until the next reading, much love and many blessings. Welcome, group number 2. Today we are asking Spirit, what do you need to know today? You chose the calcite. This is nearly a clear or golden calcite with a bit of brown, a streak through it, and the fairy wheel. So we're going to call on our highest and best spirit guides, guided only by the One, asking for messages that are kind, clear, accurate. For the highest good of group number 2, what do they need to know today? I just heard a rush of energy, vibrancy. You will start to feel, ooh, I'm feeling this sped up energy, like you want to get going on something. Okay, so maybe you had been sitting on your hands a little bit. It feels as though you're feeling more sturdy, okay? Calcite is a stone of clarity, so I think that maybe some of you have been feeling more, yeah, they're showing me the King and Queen of Swords there. Why are you showing me both? So there might be clarity about love as well, but clarity in general. They're also showing me the Ace of Swords. The swords are very prominent. You feel as though you're moving into a space of great clarity and decisiveness and momentum. It's like things are starting to move and it's starting to feel exciting, okay? It's starting to feel empowering. What do they need to know today? So because of this momentum, something is changing for you. It's as though your life is reorganizing itself around this change. Like they're showing me this brown part of the stone here as a path that you started to take, that you started to walk on. They're showing me the Fool card. And because you chose to embark on this new path, it's as though the energies around this path are starting to organize in a way that is going to feel much more clear. I keep getting that. It's almost as though the path is materializing in front of you as you walk it, because you have more of this self-assurance I'm hearing. And this is kind of a golden yellowish calcite, so it can read as the solar plexus chakra being activated now, the I am consciousness, the feelings of confidence and personal power rising in you right now, which is a beautiful energy. So what they want you to know is that as you continue to move on this path, you can trust that it's going to unfold in front of you in a way that is aligned to your original goal, your foresight. Okay? And I keep hearing this group has great foresight. So it's almost as though you knew that something would materialize, opening up to the Lovers here and the Queen of Cups. So they did mention something about love or partnership. We'll see if that comes up in this reading. My highest and best spirit guides, guided only by the One, show me the energy that my group number 2 is in right now so we can get an energy check. We have the 10 of Wands. And let me keep that here for now. The 10 of Wands. And, yeah, so show me the card, please, so that I read that correctly. Show me the card, please. And Strength. Yeah. Okay. You guys, yeah, so they said that you've been embarking on a new path, which is what's delineated in this particular Strength card. But it's not been easy with the 10 of Wands here. Whatever path you've been embarking on, it has required you to, give me the verbiage here, my guides. It's required you to release a lot. With the 10 of Wands here, they're taking these 10 of Wands and putting them in this big bonfire. So there's been some kind of transmutation of very heavy energy through your own fearlessness, through your own courage, which was highlighted with the solar plexus chakra, with the original channel message. And here, the path is literally with the Strength card demonstrated here. So there's some kind of praise, praise being given to you, offered to you here for the transmutation of some very heavy energy. So this feels like it's in your rear view, okay? That this has just happened or happened just recently. And it required you to pull up strength that maybe you didn't even know that you had. So you're not just laying down burdens. You took the burdens and you use them energetically. The wands are energy. So it's almost as though, let's say you were really angry. You didn't scream at people. You didn't get depressed. You went to the gym and you boxed it out or punched it out, okay? In a useful way. Or you said, you know what? I'm going to take this energy and I'm going to put it somewhere useful. Some kind of alchemization of this very heavy energy. And where it came from was courage. It required you to have a great deal of courage and a great deal of heart, I'm hearing. You had to walk through the fire in some way. They're bringing these wands to the fire and this guy is walking along the hot coals. It's almost, I'm hearing that the situation that you're just coming out of forced you to see what you're made of. So if that's your story, please stay. So, given this very powerful group, my guides, show us what they need to know moving forward. Okay? What do they need to know then moving forward? Okay, that's upside down, but I'll take it. Okay, 8 of Cups. Okay, I got it. I love this deck. Okay, I feel like this one wants to come out. Apprentice of Wands. Look at these beautiful colors here. Cardstock isn't great though. I feel as though you're moving your attention away from what didn't fulfill you. You're re-attending to something that is actually far more inspired and interesting. Let's see what that is. Where are they moving their attention to? Where are they moving their attention to? Fairy godmother of cups, king of cups. What nourishes you? What fulfills you? Okay? And what fulfills you alone? Even the colors on these cards speak to something far more soft. What they want you to know is that the days and weeks ahead are guiding you to a softer, much more fulfilling, much more wondrous, beautiful energy. Not all of this harshness. Requires no courage, just being. This feels like there's a lot of doing, a lot of struggle. This feels much lighter. These animals are not even leaving these 8 of Cups behind. They're just attending to something more interesting, this little fairy in the water. Look how sweet that is. And with the Apprentice of Wands or the Page of Wands, again, this feels very young, feels very new, very inspired, very interesting. And this is going to lead you to feel far more fulfilled. Whatever energy you had to give away to deal with this 10 of Wands, whatever courage you needed, it is being given back to you in some way here. I feel as though the weeks ahead are just going to feel softer. They're not going to feel as charged. So if you did feel any anger or rage or discontentment, I'm hearing, I feel as though the guides want you to know that a softer energy is about to enter your life. But it wasn't without effort. It wasn't without effort with this new path that you're having to take. And so you're being praised for that. What else do you want them to know now? What else do you want them to know? What else do you want them to know? What else do you want them to know? Thank you. We have the Five of Wands. And show me the outcome here. The Emperor. This card also wants to come out, you guys. The Ten of Cups. Wow. Guide me through these cards, please. Okay. So they're giving us a story here of sorts. They're saying that you've been through something that required a lot of courage and a lot of effort. That's kind of done with. And now you can look forward to a softer energy coming in, where you're not going to be attending so much to what is lost as much as what is being presented to you, what is being offered to you. And your only job is to receive it, to have your hands open to what the universe is going to offer you. This is kind of a rest and recovery phase. Okay, I used those words in a recent reading of mine. Maybe you chose that group. Now, what they're showing me is something very interesting. What they want you to know is that this period of time is filling your reserves. It's like filling your gas tank up again. So that when life happens, because life is going to still happen with the Five of Wands here, there might be challenges. You're not going to need as much courage. You're not going to need as much physical strength or mental strength or emotional strength, because you're going to feel like the Emperor. Okay, what they want to share is that this phase here is permanent. There is some kind of restoration of your inner reserves. That's what they said at the beginning, that I wasn't sure that what they were referring to. That you have some kind of empowered energy. That's the Emperor here. That is going to build momentum. And it's not going to stop. They said something about the road unfolding in front of you. In other words, you've done the heavy lifting with the Ten of Wands. And your part is done. Now you can look forward to this very soft time in your life that is very much about receiving, being. There's not a lot of doing here. And what they're showing here is that this path that's unfolding, it's not without challenge, but the challenge is going to be like child's play to you because you're going to be in Emperor energy. This feels like a restoration of your divine blueprints, solar plexus energy. It feels like a restoration of your soul power. The Ten of Cups being the final card of your spread says that that path that they said is unfolding for you is going to happen without effort because you've already done the heavy lifting. Ten of Cups, for those of you who don't know, is the deepest state of fulfillment. It can be family, it can be friends, it can be lovers, it can be riches, it can be literal feasts of food. But moving forward in your life, you're the Emperor. You're going to be at the helm of your life. You're going to be the one steering the ship. So, whereas the Ten of Wands was something that you were carrying for a long time, you're finally releasing that or transmuting that energy in some prominent way. And instead, you're going to have little gnats, like everyone does, the Five of Wands. And it's not going to rattle you anymore because you will have strengthened something very profound inside of you. This middle story feels like a restoration of your nervous system. And once that occurs and once that's fully grounded, you're going to be able to move forward without a lot of effort. Things are going to unfold and be in a state of flow much more naturally for you. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Cups. This is a very interesting Four of Cups, this particular one. This is a tree in a lotus position. Her eyes are closed. She's not even turning away the fourth cup. She's just in such a fierce state of being. This feels like the divine feminine completely grounded. She's at peace with her life. She's at peace with herself. And she trusts that when something comes in that is good for her, she will open her eyes. She will take stock of it. She intuitively knows what is good for her and what isn't. And this fairy knows, probably telepathically, that this tree doesn't need this cup, so it's going to take it away. I have the sense for this group that you're going to have everything that you need. And it's going to feel so effortless, sort of verging on a sense of, really? Can this really happen for me with so little effort? Yes, it can. Because of what you've already accomplished here. Let me get a couple of oracle cards to see if we can get anything else. What else does my group number 2s need to know? What else do they need to know, my highest and best spirit guides? What else do they need to know? And we have hearts aflutter. Join in the dance of romance that is swirling around you. Open your wings and let love in. That's really interesting. So when I was enumerating all the ways the Ten of Cups can be fulfilling, of course, one of those ways can be love. It does make me wonder for this group, have you been in a state of nervous system overwhelm for so long that you couldn't even entertain love? I feel as though your path is recalibrating in such a prominent way that you will start to not recognize your life. And part of that may be that you will have on offer new love, if that's something you desire. It could be intimate love, it could be romance, or it can be love of friendship, love of community. I am, with all of these fireworks here and hearts, it does make me feel like the new year. So this may happen around the new year. I'm also hearing that somebody might be traveling for New Year's and you might meet somebody on your travels. I know that reading just went in a totally different direction, but that's what they wanted to share. Open your wings and let love in. It, again, with the fairy godmother here of cups with her hands open like this, I do feel that there's one piece of advice or guidance from the guides that you need to open yourself up to love again, to the world again, to what inspires you, what makes your heart aflutter. Because I do think that for a long period of time, you have been in nervous system overdrive. And now you're being placed very squarely in the middle of nervous system reset so that the rest of your life starts to feel like it has momentum, like it has a sense of effortlessness, and that when things show up, it's like no big deal. You might literally find yourself at, I don't know if this is like a Thanksgiving table or some kind of event where you're seated around a large table with a big group of people and you're celebrating something. It might be like a New Year's Eve meal or something like this. I don't know. This read a little bit more like Thanksgiving to me for the States anyway. But any kind of event where you're going to be placed around a big table like this, you might meet someone very prominent there for you. Let me get one more oracle card here. One more oracle card. Thank you. Both? No. Oh, group number 1 got this. Powerful warrior. Do not feel small. You're stronger, braver, and more valued than you know. It's time to tap into your true source of power. Yeah, so that's that solar plexus energy again. That's the emperor, okay, the powerful warrior that you are. And this feeling, do not feel small. You are stronger and braver. They use that word bravery, courage, with the strength card here. Again, I do feel that you guys have been through something very exhausting. And I think it has made you feel as though your reserves have been run dry. And the solar plexus is really active right here. It's time to tap into your true source of power. Yeah, so that true source of power only comes from within. So, my lovely group number 2s, I have a sense that your life is starting to quiet. Let it quiet. This is a time of respite, reprieve, this energy of really needing to take your nervous system down. They're showing me a volume dial turning all the way down. You might go away, you might celebrate, you might take a vacation, which is going to be very good for you. But no matter how this period shows up, it is going to follow a period of momentum where you're going to feel very empowered. You're going to get a lot of clarity about your path ahead. And it's going to feel as though the red carpet is rolling out before you. And you just have to follow it and follow it and follow it and follow it fearlessly. Because as you follow it, the momentum is going to continue to build. And a love may come in, or new friendship. It feels like both is very possible. And with the 4 of Cups in this particular way at the bottom of the deck, there's a strong bend towards inner trust, intuition, guiding your path, guiding your way. So moving away from struggle of responding to your external chaos, moving inward to respite, some kind of down period, moving into a state of greater momentum. That is your story. That's what you need to know. Don't play small. Let your heart be open to love and friendship, and let the momentum occur. This is going to feel far less effortful than where your life has felt. What did I just say? It's going to feel far less effortful than how your life has felt in previous months, maybe even years. Okay, my group number 2s, that is your message for today. I'm going to close out. Thank you so much for being here. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below. But if nothing else, you guys, I send you so much love and so many blessings. Until the next reading, take very good care. Welcome, group number 3. Today we are asking Spirit, what do you need to know? What do you need to know today and in the near future? So you chose this amazing moss agate and the Everyday Witch Tarot. Welcome to your reading. So the first thing I heard when I sat down for your reading was you are setting your sights high. It makes me wonder if something was getting in the way of your path, getting in the way of your goals, and now you're just hell-bent on getting to your goals. But they are saying that slow and steady wins the race with you guys. It's like you're taking off, but it's Knight of Pentacles, okay? It's, you have taken those first steps. You're not a page anymore, but it requires consistent work and effort. So I'm getting the sense that sometimes you guys feel overwhelmed by what you have to do or how long the path seems. Or, yeah, they were showing me the depth of the stone before, and they're saying you're getting in your emotional self a lot. Because, you know, the moss agate is a stone of emotional stability. And it feels like sometimes on your path, you guys either doubt yourself or you get exhausted. There could be some interference, some energies from family. They're showing me some fighting cards like Five of Wands, that kind of energy. So you might have had to extract yourself from that drama to focus more on your own path. And it seems like you are. And what the guides want you to know is that you're getting there. You're getting to your 10 of Cups. You're getting to your ultimate goal. But it will require consistent effort on your part, little by little by little. So they're giving me 6 to 10 months where you're going to see what you're pouring into right now coming to fruition. But it doesn't mean that you won't have significant wins along the way. It's just you'll feel as though you arrived within the halfway mark of this period moving forward. I don't know how to put that. Okay, 6 to 10 months. This is what they say from whenever you hear this video. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with just an energy check. We're going to see where you guys are right now, asking my highest and best spirit guides, always guided only by Source, Divine, the One. Show me the energy of group number 3. What is the most important thing that I need to know regarding group number 3's current energy? Show me very clearly and very accurately, please. Very clearly and very accurately now. Thank you. Okay, that's funny. They said you're not in a page of wands with regards to where you're going, but maybe with regards to what you're interested in and your creative self, you are a page. Okay, let's see. Oh, I see what they're showing me. Okay. Tell me more about the Page of Wands. Where's their burgeoning interest? Show me where. Or show me more about it. Ooh, 7 of Cups. I don't remember my channeling, but there is this sense that maybe you guys doubt your path and you doubt where you're going. And maybe that's why you hem and haw a little bit, why you waffle, why you go back and forth a little bit, because you're not sure of yourself and you're not sure of your path. So it almost feels like with the multiple choices that you do have in front of you, you keep looking behind you. It's like you're taking off on your path, but you keep looking behind you and saying, well, maybe I should have, I'm hearing FOMO, a fear of missing out, right? Maybe I should have gone in that direction. Maybe I should have gone in that direction. So there's a combination here of exhaustion by way of consistent effort, perseverance, persistence, needing to keep going. And in that exhaustion, sometimes it feels as though you guys stop and say, should I keep going? And there is some kind of gecko, a lizard here, which always signifies good luck. It feels as though you are going on the right path. What I think the guides want you to know is that you have to stop looking back. You have to choose and move forward. They're also saying, I think that's why they were showing me the depth here, which I wasn't understanding. They showed me about your emotion, but I knew it was going to be more than that. They're saying that to start, Paige, okay, to start, you choose one thing and you go all the way in. That doesn't mean that the other options won't be available for you as you move along your path. Okay? It's like you've got to get rooted somewhere so then you can add or then you can change. This is actually what I was taught by an amazing supervisor of mine when I was in graduate school. So I'm a very analytical person and I didn't think I was going to go into cognitive behavioral therapy. I thought I would be more relational, which if you don't understand what that means, it's fine. It's not as manualized and so cut a very specific treatment plan. It's more fluid, okay? But I was trained both in cognitive behavioral therapy and relational therapy. And I remember doing cognitive behavioral therapy with one of my first clients, and it was very complicated. It was a very complicated case. And I said to my supervisor, can't I just be a little bit flexible here and tell him to do it this way with a little bit of this and then maybe talk about this? And he said very clearly to me, Merkaba, Learn the book before you throw it away. I might have talked about this once on my channel. This is what the guides are telling you. Do it the right way, so to speak, or the square way to start. Do it exactly right and follow it all the way through. Before you make additions, you add little, they're showing me tributaries from a river, like little offshoots, okay? It's like, you know, I knew I was going to be some kind of healer. I just have always had that in me. So I did Reiki, and I did Reiki 1, and I did Reiki 2, and then I did my 1-year mastership. And I was like, oh, there's so many other things that I want to do, but I had to master that kind of energy healing before I added anything in. And what that mastery did was it helped me to not only learn what Reiki was and what my teacher had taught me, but also to get a sense of my energy within that energy healing modality. And then it went from there. I learned, 20 other modalities. And now it's become my own. So that's what they're showing me here. They're showing me that you are setting out on a path. They're praising you for taking that initiative, but they want you to stop looking back. They want you to know that the choices are not going to fall away just because you held fast to your original decision. It's actually more likely that you will incorporate other modalities or other ways of working or more dynamism, working more dynamically, if you actually do something 100% through to start. Okay, that's what they first want to highlight here. Let's see what else we can get for you guys. Okay, for my group number 3s, what else do you want them to know? What else do you want them to know? A new message, okay. 7 of Swords. Okay, that's what I felt at the beginning. I said to you guys that I felt like there might have been some kind of interference, some kind of difficult people or difficult situations that might have distracted you from your path. Okay, so let's see more about what the 7 of Swords is. Tell me more about this. The 7 of Swords, what is this about? Showing me the 9 of Wands, yeah. Okay, show me more, please. Okay, wow, that just flew out. The 3 of Wands. Okay, what's the outcome here? Yeah, I just keep hearing set your sights higher. Okay. 10 of Wands. Yeah. So I do have the sense with you guys that you have been flanked by some kind of interfering or heavy energy, and that might have infiltrated your decision-making process. It might have made it harder for you to figure out what direction to take. And you might have had this narrative that said something like, I can't figure this out. I'm so indecisive. None of these paths work for me. When what they're showing me here is that you had difficulty seeing the forest for the trees because you were surrounded with challenging energies. You might have been the mediator in your family, the hyper-responsible one. You might have been carrying way too much for one person. And with the 3 of Wands in the middle, what they want you to know is that you're rising above this energy now. Or that you have to rise above this energy. It feels as though you are already. Why? Because if you keep letting yourself getting involved with other people's energies, there's I'm going to pull from this oracle deck here in a minute. There's this oracle card in this deck that says dusting off, like cleansing your dusty wings or something. That's what I'm getting here, is that there's kind of the muck and mire of the people around you getting in the way of your life. And so you might be prone to blaming yourself or your capacity to make decisions or to move forward on your path. When I think some of it anyway, not to take away from your personal responsibility or anything, but it feels as though for some of you, it's been hard for you to see more than a couple of steps ahead of you because you've been dealing with difficult energy. So they really want you to rise above this with the Three of Wands here. They want you to wield more of your personal power to affect change on your own path. So really focusing on your path and less on other people's problems, difficulties, or things around you. There also might be something here circumstantial, where you're having difficulty in your home or at your job, or there might be something that you're not directly involved in or with regards to other people. It might just be some chaos around you, and they're guiding you to find a way to rise above that energy. And that might be something like, so right now I'm going through a lot of chaos in my apartment, and I just found out yesterday that I have to move. Just like that. I'm going to stop my personal readings for a couple of months to do that. And those people who reached out for mentorship, I'm going to have to pause. I should have said that at the beginning, but anyway, the start of mentorship until November. But anyway, so there was a message from my guides that I learned that even though there's so much chaos going on around me, I have to learn how to make it work. I might have to do readings on the weekend or in the evening. I might have to see my patients in weird hours, because the noise is so intense during the day. Is that ideal? No. And now I'm being forced to leave because I won't physically be able to do anything here. And of course, you guys know I have cats. It will scare the hell out of them. The amount of noise that they're, I can't think of basic words, that they're foretelling, okay, that I'm going to experience. So there's something about that. They want you to rise above whatever chaos or difficulty that is surrounding you, okay, which is slightly different than the previous message about disengaging from people that are pulling on your energy, but both are relevant to this reading. Okay, now let's see if there's anything else they want you to know. Anything else you want my group number 3s to know? Please and thank you. What else do you want my group 3s to know? Anything else? Yeah. Ooh, and we have the Fool. I love that. Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. The Fool, and show me an outcome card. Just one other card now. One other card. Okay. Oh, nice. The Six of Pentacles. So you are well on your way to this new life that does not involve these challenges, doesn't involve these challenging people, and is also leaving behind the internalization of blame, the internalization of other people's problems, meaning people who have been projecting onto you. That's going to end, because they're showing me like taking out the trash, a receptacle being emptied, okay? And getting a lot more clarity about what you're capable of, what direction you want to take, and that the name of the game is seeing it all the way through. When you do that, you're going to feel as though you're starting some kind of new life. So this is not a simple message where it's, oh, one thing is shifting and then another thing is going to take its place. This is a change in your entire belief system and your entire way of working with the energies that are abound in your life, whether they be circumstances, your environment, or people. Because we highlight with the moss agate, emotional stability, that's what it feels like here. The stabilizing of your internal field that is not going to be dependent on your external field. That's what they said here. When you ground that stability that is not dependent on your external environment changing, that is when your external environment is going to change. Where you might be given some opportunity to do something that is going to put you on the path of fame and fortune, if that's what you want. Something that puts you on the path of really being prized for your work. So you go from a place of feeling confused, thinking not very well of yourself, maybe feeling a bit insecure, but you're starting. You're taking those first steps and you're being praised for that. And you're starting to recognize that when you extract yourself from the external chaos, you can rise much higher above in your life and be able to see the forest for the trees. suddenly the path shows itself. And possibilities for new opportunities enter your field. All because you took that first step. And so on. I'm not going to keep retelling the story. It's a bit circular. So your capacity to succeed rises as you become clear about your path, as you move forward with it, through it with more perseverance and momentum. And when you clear out the clutter and you allow yourself to take center stage with the Three of Wands here. So you can look forward to some kind of major success where you're going to be seen. Kind of, it's like a Jupiter in the 10th house kind of feeling here. Okay? Yeah. You might have Aquarius also. I don't know why I just saw that in the 10th house. Because this could be some kind of notoriety online here. I don't know why I just saw that. It could be like something going viral. Okay? Oh, that's interesting. So we have the Six of Wands here and the Six of Pentacles here. So I was reading the Six of Pentacles as the Six of Wands. That's my mistake. Sometimes I do that. And often it's really because that's the message. And here we have the Six of Wands on the bottom. Okay. So what I see here, okay, they wanted to highlight that. Okay, that's fine. My apologies, you guys. So the message that I just said stands even more firmly given that the Six of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. As you can see, the energy of the cards are quite similar. With the Six of Pentacles, what I'm seeing is that the exchange that you're going to have with people is going to be much more positive than the energy that you've been here, that is signified in this middle field here, has been. That has been muddying your field and making it a little difficult for you to be decisive and move forward on your path, okay? So you're going to start this whole new path with other people where there's a nice exchange of positive energy between you guys, between all of you. You might move to a new neighborhood, you might have new neighbors, you might have new colleagues, you might just work with new people. And on this new path, you're going to experience the kind of recognition that I think you've always secretly wanted, but was too afraid to ask the universe for. And that's the Six of Wands. Sorry about that confusion, you guys. I've done that before. It's very, very hard for me to stay focused in my own brain when I do these readings. I don't really realize how far I go out. I'm still learning. Okay. Okay, so my guys, with the Oracle cards, show us one or two messages for my group number. Let's see, 2 messages for my group number 3s. I see, no? For my group number 3, show me the card clearly, please. Thank you. And we have, I wish I knew what that meant. Siwar Kiente. You are on the right path. Call on Siwar Kiente for courage, confidence, and protection. I'm going to pause for a second and see what that's all about. 1 second, you guys. Guys, I never read from the book, but I just want to read this little tiny bit here because it's actually perfect for your reading. So please excuse my pronunciation of this card. This card is a powerful message from a powerful messenger. Siwar Kiente is the spiritual representation of the royal hummingbird, which Incan shamanic cultures honored as a divine messenger that can travel between the physical and spiritual realms. Siwar Kiente represents great spiritual awakening and an opening of the heart that will bring new levels of understanding and a shift in the way you live your life. When you receive this card, you are being asked to bring the energy of Siwar Kiente into your heart and listen closely to the great wisdom and guidance being revealed to you. Overall, this card signifies that you are on the right path. That is literally what they said. They said you have to trust your path. You can't keep looking behind you. That was the first message. Just beautiful. Embrace every step, every moment, enjoy. Beautiful. The affirmation is, thank you, Siwar Kiente, for giving me protection, courage, and confidence as I move forward on my path. That's just beautiful. So there's encouragement to you guys, for you guys to keep moving forward, that you're on the right path. and you're being protected along the way. Let me get one more message for you guys. And I love that it's royalty here. You know, that's the Six of Wands. That's really being praised for what you do so well. Okay, you're being shown in your royal state, right? We all appear royal when we engage our gifts to their highest abilities, I think anyway. And what else do you want to tell my group number threes? What else do you want to tell my group number threes? Oh, a magical surprise. A joyous gift is swooping in from the heavens. I really do feel as though, I'm going to get one more after this, actually. I want another message. I do feel that when we listen to our authentic spirit, when we listen to our heart, that is when the divine shows up. Because I feel like it's reinforcement. The way we reinforce children when they do something right, whatever that means, I feel as though the divine does that for us. It's like divine says, yes, you're on the right path. Let me gift you with this so you know that you're doing exactly the right thing. Let me just get one more card for you guys. And I am seeing this energy of, I see all of these individuals here, and then I see groups of people towards the end, and they just tune me into these 4 hummingbirds unwrapping this gift. And it does make me feel as though there might be more people coming into your life as you set out on this path. And you see it all the way through. It's like the right people are going to come into your life and help you unwrap your soul gift, the way that these hummingbirds are unwrapping this gift here. Interesting. And one more card, please, for my group number threes. Anything else they need to know today? Okay. And we have let it blossom. The timing of the universe is precise and wise. With patience, care, and trust, flowers you've been tending to will bloom in glorious beauty. Okay? So again, they started out with that image in my mind of the Knight of Pentacles. And they said, slow and steady wins the race. And here it is. It's going to take time. You don't need to look back. You just need to let this bloom and blossom in its own time, in its own right. This is not a time to rush anything. It's moving. Let it move, but let it move in its own time. Beautiful. And lotus flowers might be a symbol for you guys here. All right, my loved ones, I am going to, oh my God, the bottom of the deck is the card I mentioned. Cleanse your dusty wings so you can fly more freely. I said before, I saw this card in my mind's eye. That's crazy. It's on the bottom of the deck. They're like, look on the bottom of the deck before I put it down. Yeah, so they, again, oh my God, that's so crazy. Yeah, they want you to really cleanse your energy of these situations here. This 7 of Swords and this 10 of Wands here, okay? There's definitely something here where you might have just bogged down your energy with other people's crap, literally. And they really want you to cleanse that off. And that's how you can fly more freely. That's how you'll lose some of that sense of self-doubt and gain more confidence and self-reassurance, okay? Or self-assurance, rather. Wow, that's crazy that just showed up like that right in the 11th hour. It's just about to close out. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, Divine. Okay, my dear ones, that is your reading for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped you. If nothing else, I send you guys so much love and so many blessings on your path ahead. Until the next reading, take very good care.